Thanks for tuning into Dirty Teeth and welcome back to the channel. Gift giving season is quickly creeping up on us, and if you're anything like me, you've probably got some bikepacking curious friends in your life. So what better way to nudge them along than stoking them out with a thoughtful present? So I've compiled a list of a few items that might click with you. And if you include an invitation to go ride and camp somewhere, you might just infect somebody with a bikepacking bug. And just so you know, everything I'll discuss is listed in the description, so if I'm talking too fast, don't worry about it. Let's begin. One item that has infinite uses in life as well as bikepacking is a great folding knife. Whether you're slicing or preparing food, trimming paracord, or making a repair, a nice blade always comes in handy. It doesn't need to be a crazy bushcraft survival knife, but I'm not talking about a puny one found on your Swiss Army knife either. A coworker recently gave me this super snazzy, custom laser-etched, Benchmade Griptilian knife. The flip-out mechanism is smooth and the blade cuts everything like butter. But at $160, it's not exactly cheap. If you're looking for something a lot more budget-friendly, I've heard really good reviews in the bikepacking circles about the Opinel No. 6 knife made in France. It has a stainless steel blade and a beechwood handle, and believe it or not, they've been making these knives pretty much the same without any changes since the 1890s. Another easy and thoughtful gift on the bike side of things is a grip upgrade, especially if your giftee is still rocking the stock grips that came on their bike. I've personally been using Ergon grips exclusively for many years now. I used to be plagued with hand and wrist and forearm pain in all my longer rides. And I've got to say that Ergon grips have pretty much eliminated this pain altogether. I don't know anyone that's tried them and has not been converted. Although now that I said that, I'm sure I'm going to get a bunch of contrary notes down in the comments. So let them fly. And if you have other grips you love, share those with us as well. Anywho, these are GS1s, one of Ergon's most popular models. They offer a nice relaxing platform for your palms. And if you want something with bar ends, which are typically what I go to for more hand positions on long rides, try the GS2s. Let's shift gears and think a little bit about electronics. Even if you're just heading out on an overnighter, the ability to charge your phone, maybe a bike light or a navigation unit is going to add some peace of mind to your budding bikepacker. So a good cash battery or power bank will make a great gift. There are a zillion options out there, but in my mind, you can't go wrong with anything offered by Nitecore. My personal favorite is this 10,000 milliamp hour version that has enough juice for all my needs. It's very thin, so it's easily packable. It also has a sleek carbon shell, which is durable and lightweight. Best of all, this one has two charging ports, one USB-A and one USB-C. And it has pass-through and trickle charging capability, so it's super adaptable. If that's not enough, it's also very well priced. Boom. Shoo, 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 shoo. Along those lines, a nice bike light is also essential and therefore makes a great gift. Again, the various options available can be quite daunting. I recommend checking out Phoenix lights for their reliability and versatility. Kind of rhymed. Your newbie bikepacking friend might not have much experience riding at night, which can be kind of scary and probably nerve-wracking. So a bright light with a nice beam and simple functions is a must. I recommend something like this BC26R. It's probably the light I use the most these days. The mount is very secure and easy to install on your bars. They also have adapters which work with GoPro mounts, which opens up many more mounting possibilities. The light engages in the mount with a firm click, and it also slides in and out really easily, which is nice if you want to pull it out and use it as a flashlight at camp. The battery that comes with it is rechargeable directly through a USB-C port found on the light. But the battery is also removable and swappable, so you can carry a spare battery as well, which is very nice. These ones are kind of beat up, but they're called a lock sack bags, and they can make a great stocking stuffer or a standalone gift as well. You can get them individually, or they come in sets of all shapes and sizes. I know it's a weird name, but basically, they're Ziploc bags on steroids. They're thicker and stronger than regular Ziploc bags and legitimately waterproof. I keep my electronics and anything I can't afford to get wet in these bags. In my opinion, they're worth their weight in gold and should be in every bikepacker's arsenal. Something else that should be in every bikepacker's arsenal is a high-quality multi-tool. Most cyclists keep a smaller tool for their day rides, but for people just getting into bikepacking, a robust do-all tool is definitely necessary. And it's the foundation for a comprehensive spares and repairs kit. I recommend something reliable and proven like the Crank Brothers M17 or M20. It's easy to use and should be able to deal with all field repairs that you should expect your multi-tool to handle. The main difference between the M17 and M20 is a tire plug insertion tool. I've had this M17 for years, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if I was in the market today for a gift or I needed one myself, I'd probably go with the M20. One clothing item that we can always use is a high quality pair of socks. And for folks new to bikepacking, who maybe haven't had to push or hike in their biking shoes too much yet, they'll soon realize how important a good pair of high quality comfy socks really can be. In my humble opinion, Swiftwick socks are potentially the best on the market for bikepacking. If you disagree and have another brand you love, I invite you to share them with us in the comments down below because I'm always looking for the next best thing. I personally like the Swiftwick Pursuit series. They have a great merino wool blend and just the right amount of compression. They come in a bunch of different lengths, which is personal preference. For the most part, I go with the 7s, but if it's gonna be cold and I want extra warmth for my shins, I go with the 12s. I haven't had a single blister with these socks, so obviously I highly recommend them. I'll quickly pivot to bike maintenance and something that comes with me on every trip and I swear by. It's a Park Tool GSC1 drivetrain cleaning brush. Cleaning your cassette, derailleur pulleys, and chainring is a great habit to get in for all bikepackers. It really helps with the longevity and quietness of your drivetrain and minimizes how often you need to apply chain lube. This can easily be a standalone gift or part of a bigger package or even a stocking stuffer. And while you're at it, get an extra one for yourself if you don't have one already, you won't regret it. The next few items are all related to camp cooking. They all make great gifts on their own or could be part of a really cool gift bundle if you want to go big. First up is a decent stove. Again, the amount of choices can be overwhelming and everybody has their favorites. You've also got to consider weather, access to fuel, and other parameters when deciding on a stove type. But that's more so for longer touring and expeditions. With bang for the buck and longevity in mind, I'd give a thumbs up to anything from Mountain Safety Research. MSR has been making reliable stoves like these since the 1970s. If you're looking for something that's going to be a forever stove, that's reliable and rebuildable, consider the MSR Whisperlite. This will outlast pretty much everything in your camping kit and it's white gas compatible. But for a newbie that's not going to be camping in Arctic temps, a canister stove that's easier and faster to use is probably going to be more appropriate. If your giftee is going to be camping in chilly temps, where the canister might have the propensity to freeze, having the option to invert it is really nice, so this Wind Pro 2 might be the call. But for maximum portability, speed, ease of use, and weight savings, you can't go wrong with the Pocket Rocket. If you're curious, I own and use all three of these on different occasions, and they're all fantastic stoves. Any one of them would make a great gift. And don't forget about the fuel. It would be like buying a toy for a kid and not including batteries. Canisters are easy, but if you're getting a white gas stove like the Whisperlite, then you should probably include a fuel bottle, so factor that in. Next up, they're gonna need a pot. For a minimalist one-person setup, this ultralight titanium 550 milliliter pot from Toaks would be a great gift. It'll boil enough water to rehydrate a freeze-dried meal. It comes in handy to eat your oatmeal from, and you can also use it as a cup. In terms of storage, it's perfectly sized to fit a fuel canister in. If you're looking for something bigger, then maybe this 1.3 liter titanium pot from Evernew might be the call. You can easily boil enough water for a meal and have some left over to pour in your thermos for some hot tea or miso soup. A thermos can make a great present as well, but I already mentioned that in another gift giving video, so go watch that one as well. Alright, you've already got a stove and a pot, so a good meal also makes a sensible gift. If you walk into REI or any camping store, the varieties and flavors are endless. I don't have the budget or time to try everything, so I stick with what I know, which is primarily Mountain House. I personally like comfort food while I'm camping, so beef stroganoff and chili mac are two of my favorites. Regardless of what you choose, a nice warm meal at the end of a long day of riding can make or break the experience for a new bikepacker. With that said, if you get them some food, they're obviously gonna need something to eat it with. In my experience, nothing works better than a simple long spoon. You can dig all the way to the bottom of the food pouch without getting your hand or glove all saucy and gooey. You can get Gucci spoons or sporks made out of titanium, but I've never liked the way the metal feels in my mouth. My go-to is this light and cheap plastic one from GSI. It has silicone around the edges, which is nice for scooping and scraping your pot, without damaging it. Again, this can be a great addition to your camp cooking gift package or throw it in a stocking on its own. Last but not least is a very shameless plug for one of my very own Dirty Teeth products. It's a custom top cap with Make Trail Magic laser engraved on it. Whether or not you like this particular one, custom top caps are always a fun gift because they add a little bit of personality and flair to anybody's bike. So it's definitely a nice gesture. I recommend checking out Dispatch Bikes. They have a great selection to choose from and will make you a cap if you have a design or slogan of your own. Like I mentioned at the beginning, everything I discussed is listed in the description, including pertinent links for more information and purchasing options. Whatever gift you go with, I'm sure it'll be a winner because even just watching this video is proving you're putting some thought into it. And if you're trying to stoke someone on the joys of cycling, you simply can't go wrong. But if nothing here struck your fancy and you want some more ideas, have no fear. This isn't my first rodeo. I've got other gift giving videos and I'll put links to those in the description as well. Anywho, I hope this video was helpful to you in some capacity, and if so, please consider clicking the join button and becoming a member of the Dirty Teeth channel. You'll get access to members only video, exclusive perks, and you'll really help keep this channel alive and thriving. Until next time, ride bikes, give back, pay it forward. Thanks so much for squeezing Dirty Teeth into your busy schedule. Please help us reach more people and ensure you receive new videos by giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the notification bell. Until next time, ride bikes, give back, pay it forward.